Now, this could be that your goal is to be a New York Times bestselling author, so you're starting out as a freelance writer, and there's someone who actually needs a ghostwriter to help them write books. So this is a way for you to tie in your goals with them as they need you. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, my goal is that after this video is to help you guys figure out how to know if your client is right for you. Now, if this is your guys' first time on my channel, my name is Lai Lacaba. I've been working from home since I was 15 years old and now run my own outsourcing company to XU here in the Philippines, and I post videos on how to work from home every Sunday and how to have an online business every Thursday. So make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, if you follow the instructions on the previous video that I've done, which was one, how to start your own freelance business and how to find out if your client needs your services and how to do a sales discovery call, then this is the next video in the series, which is how to know if a client is right for you. So if you follow those instructions, hopefully you've gotten a few clients who are interested in your services. Now, how do you actually find out if they're the kind of person that you want to work with? Now, at first, you might just want to say yes to everyone, especially if you don't have any experience under your belt. But this can actually hurt your business in the long run if you just keep accepting everyone else who comes in and says that they want to work with you. Now, what are the telltale signs of if someone is right for you? Make sure to watch until the end of this video for that whole list. Now, the first one that you're going to want to consider if you want to find out if the client is someone that you can really work with is you have the same goals, or it's going to be easier for you guys to tie your goals together. Now, if you guys watched again my video on how to know if your client needs your services, you know that you are getting hired, you're being hired to solve someone's problem. Now, if you are that solution, that's one part of the equation. You're aligned in that way, that they are someone who needs you. Now, the other side of that equation is if there's someone who can help you in some way. Now, this could be that your goal is to be a New York Times bestselling author, so you're starting out as a freelance writer, and there's someone who actually needs a ghostwriter to help them write books. So this is a way for you to tie in your goals with them as they need you. Now, the reason why it's so important for you guys to have your goals aligned is so it makes sense for you guys to keep working with each other beyond just the monetary reason. This is important because there will be hard days. There will be days where you want to give up or stop. And one of the biggest things that will bring it all together is if you guys have something beyond just being paid, beyond just getting a job done. You guys are helping each other out in some way, which brings me to my second point is you're willing to help each other grow. There's some growth in the relationship, whether it's you upgrading your skills or them being able to get closer to where it is that they want to go. Both sides doesn't have to be equally invested, but are invested to some point in helping each other get to the goals that you guys talked about earlier. So one of the things that we do inside of 2XU with our own assistants and our own clients is I do actually ask them what are their goals and how can we align them so we can help grow each other. So it's not just, again, the one-sided, helping the client's business. It's also you growing in some way. The next sign that it is a client for you is just there's an easy way for you to communicate. Now, early on in a work relationship, I always try to establish hey, what's the fastest way that I can reach you? Whether that's going to be email, WhatsApp, Facebook, there's so many other communication tools that you can use. But you want to have that be clear of what are the ways that they can reach you and you can reach them, that you can get a response right away, especially as things come up. A lot of the time, if you're working together on a project, there's going to be emergencies, there's going to be ideas in the shower where you're just like, oh, that's the solution I've been waiting for. When you have those, you want to have a way that you can communicate, that you can have that clarity between the two of you. I guess, again, you want to have that sync where you are aligned in some way and you can keep working towards that alignment. So again, the job is not just for money or just to get something done. So early on in the relationship, again, you want to establish what is the fastest way that you guys can go back and forth with each other. Speaking of syncing is you have a scheduled time to sync or talk about the project. Now, having communication every day kind of helps, but having a weekly meeting or monthly meeting where you actually talk about, okay, what are the things that have been accomplished and what are the things to accomplish helps you make sure that that agency, business, freelancer relationship works. Because if you just go back and forth that way, the data is kind of all over the place. But when you do a weekly or a monthly meeting, you're able to again look back on what has already been done and celebrate and have fun, and also look forward and see what else needs to be done, so you both know what are the things that are needed to succeed. So try to set up, if you don't already have one, a way that you can sync with your client regularly, so you can have that time again to make sure that your goals are still aligned, that it makes sense that you guys are still working with each other. Next is having clear boundaries of work and time. So what I mean by this is you've already talked about what are the things that you can't do, what are the things that you're willing to do, and what is the time frame that you're looking to work. One of the mistakes that past students and clients of mine have done is they actually don't have a set time of start working and end working, which grows resentment with the employee, and the client thinks that they can just do everything, which then doesn't have that, again, that clear boundaries. So when you're working with a new client, a sign that you know that you guys are going to be working really well with each other is having that clarity again with the boundaries of what are the things that you can do, what are things you can't do, so then they know what to rely with you on and what to ask for other people help for. And again, it's super important that you do set your time boundaries early on so they know what to expect with the relationship, and you also know where your boundaries lie. Next, and this is super important, is that you know how to deliver the results that they're asking for. Again, it has to be a match. If they're a client looking for someone with graphics background, you need to have that graphics background to be able to serve them the best. You don't want to keep saying yes to every client that comes in who's asking you for a specific job if you can't do it. You want to be able to deliver. That way your business can run longer. You can't just keep saying yes and trying to learn all of the skills. You need to later on be able to know what it is that you're really good at and be able to deliver it every time to your client. Because people talk, you don't know if the client that you did a really bad job with is someone who your next potential client will talk to, like, hey, was this person good? So keep that in mind, of be kind of future oriented. Will this relationship even work? Because I have no idea what results that they're asking for. So have clarity on that results, and have clarity that you can actually deliver on those results. Speaking of asking for recommendations from past clients, you also want to research the person that you're about to have as a client. So what I mean by research is, it could be just looking them up on Google, seeing if they have Google or Facebook reviews, try to find testimonials from people that they've worked with, because then you are background checking them. You're making sure that they're actually someone who matches what it is that you've been talking about. There's someone whose past employees also like working with, or even just past colleagues if they have them. You're again making sure that they're a person who says who they say they are. So kind of the same way of how they can background check you, you also have background checked them and know that they are who they say that they are. And the last one, which is the biggest factor in knowing if the client is right for you, is they're actually open to your expertise. Now, what I mean by this is they are open to your feedback. They're open to your edits and changes that you're suggesting with the plan based on what it is that you know. Keep in mind that one of the reasons why they are hiring you is because you know something that they don't. So if they are shutting down all of your ideas, if they are not open to even hearing your feedback, they might not be the right client to work with, because they're not even willing to listen to you and what it is that you know. Again, keep in mind there has to be some sort of sync in the relationship, same goals, same thinking of wanting to help each other grow in some capacity, in some way. So if they're not open to your expertise, then it's going to be harder to create that sync. Now, if you guys like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button right there so I know you guys are enjoying these kinds of videos, and comment below what are your own deal breakers when it comes to deciding if you want to work with a client or not. Now, if you guys still haven't, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday on how to work from home and every Thursday on how to have a business online. You can check out the playlist for both of those right here and the news video right here. Now, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and remember that small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!